Unto the cabaret!
Hey singers!
My name's Samantha.
And I'm Andy.
Welcome to How to Be a Singer and Make Money.
Today we're talking about performing at community events.
Examples include summer fetes, Christmas events, food festivals, etc.
Firstly, the music.
It could be any style of music, so check with the organisers, but typically it will be
Themed song type, for example, vintage or Christmas songs.
general popular songs, for example, pop, rock or chart music.
A tribute act.
And occasionally it's something else, but those are the main ones.
The vocal standard.
Now this will vary a lot,
Some events expect a high standard and pay for it.
and some are not so fussy.
But you will have to engage with the crowd. It's likely the event will be more an entertainment event than a musical concert.
Next, the staging. So, the stage itself.
The staging can be highly variable, so check with the organisers.
It could be outdoors or indoors, but usually it's outside.
If it's outside, then the stage setup might be anything from a hired-in, top-quality professional setup to a wooden pallet on a couple of milk crates. Seriously, seen that.
But be aware there might not be a roof on the stage.
PA.
Again, it's highly variable. It might be
Hired in and decent quality, probably it will be.
hired in and not very good quality.
Or hired in and terrible.
We've had a speech-only PA with no monitors where it was absolutely impossible to hear the backing tracks.
The facilities.
Dressing rooms can be very variable, possibly none, so check with the organiser.
Access to water might be limited, so check that too.
And the access to the stage can be very variable as well. It might be across a muddy field in the winter, which would be very tricky in high heels, for example, so again, check.
Basically, check everything.
Finding work.
Firstly, through agencies.
You'll need to prepare a good biography and images for the agency to use.
And let the agency know that you actually want this type of work.
If possible, make a promo video of you doing this type of work. Use a professional service if you can.
Or book it yourself.
Look for events as if you were a typical punter and contact the organisers with the same info you would use for an agency.
Phone first and speak to the organiser if you can. If not, then get the name and email of the person responsible for the entertainment and email them, but do follow up by phone.
A typical session.
Different types of session.
It could be you as one of many performers during the day and or evening. You would have a slot of maybe an hour or 90 minutes.
Or it might be you as the headline act. Typically that would be 90 minutes, occasionally 2 hours. Could be daytime, could be evening.
Or it might be an all-day event, with you doing bursts of anything from 10 minutes to 30 minutes repeatedly throughout the day and or evening, but usually that would be a daytime-only event.
Be aware that the event might be a bit disorganised, so it's best to turn up very early.
And the organiser will probably be quite busy and not available, so try to be self-sufficient just in case. Take your own microphone, food, deck chair, toilet roll, whatever.
You might or might not get a sound check. Ask in advance, but even if it's promised, it might not happen, so be mentally prepared for that.
The pay.
This is extremely variable.
It can be anywhere from using up-and-coming local performers and not paying them, just offering exposure,
To a properly budgeted event where you can earn £600-ish solo or £2,000 for a band.
or anything in between.
So the pros.
Events like this can be really fun if the weather is good and the crowd is happy.
It can be very good for exposure to the local community.
It's usually a white glove affair, i.e. you don't provide any gear.
And the pay can be reasonable.
Cons.
It can be stressful unless it's a well-organised event.
It can be very difficult to find events to approach for bookings.
There's lots of competition for this sort of work.
And the exposure, while good, might not be to music lovers, just the general public. But that depends on the event.
Well, that's all for this week. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. which is out next Thursday and is all about protecting your stuff when travelling.
Yes, and please leave any questions or suggestions on anything to do with your singing career, and we'll help if we possibly can.
So until next week,
Bye!